In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you some of my methods of actually getting a character to level 30. I will be using two different types of accounts. This account, which is a friend of mine's account, and my main account, obviously, for the two types of method that I normally like to do. So, a couple of little disclaimers that I need to mention before actually going into this video. Number one is going to be that we are console players, meaning that we don't have a Polished Paragon update. So, none of the methods regarding the delves, regarding getting EXP on the delves is just going to be valid for me personally, because I don't do any of those, because obviously all of my methods is just going to be prior to the Polished Paragon update. But for those who have not gotten a character to level 30, let me know if actually completing some of the delves actually grants you more EXP, like crazy amounts of EXP before level 30. I'm actually very interested in that regard. But that is going to be a thing that I just need to mention out there. The other thing is just going to be that this is my method of actually getting EXP, not the best method of getting EXP. So I'm not going to be talking about the most objectively best EXP methods in the game. It's just what I like to personally do in order to actually get a character to level 30. So keep all of that in mind. This is not top rated methods. This is just my own method. I have gotten a new account from level 1 to level 30 in around 5 hours of playtime. And also I have gotten my Bard on my main account from level 1 to level 30 around an hour and a half. Yes, I was using double experience potion and patron status, but I still use those methods. And you can use those methods and maybe this will help you out in getting more EXP. Now those are going to be some of the disclaimers that I need to mention before actually going into this video. But before all of that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and let's get started on how do I personally like to get my character to level 30. Hello and welcome to another JMP video. I'm the host JonNario, and today I'm going to be talking about, my method of getting to level 30. There are going to be two types of method, which is just going to be for a new account, and my route that I normally like to do on my secondary level 30 character. So it is just going to be something like, for a new account, it's obviously self-explanatory. Just you start off playing the game and you enter in the tutorial, that's a new account. For those who are just talking about a secondary level 30 characters, it means that if you already have a character that is level 30 and you're planning to get another character to level 30, so that's going to be the two methods that I'm going to be talking about. So first and foremost, I'm going to be talking into the new account route. I'm using my friend's account as an example. This is obviously not a new account, but he has not played in literal months or probably even years. Yeah, this is going to be probably the best example that I can get you. Besides not creating a new account, which I don't feel like creating a new account. Sorry about that. I always start out by doing this quest line that you see right there on my top right, which is going to be the Cubesley quest line. All you gotta do is just complete the tutorial and just start doing the Cubesley quest line. The reason I normally like to do the Cubesley quest line is because it allows you to unlock some of the other quest line, which gives you not only mastery, but also gives you some of the best progressions in the entire game. So it is going to be tied to the Cubesley questline, which is just going to start up right here. Just talk to Cubesley and then it will tell you to go to the Medieval Highlands world. And then once you go into the Medieval Highlands world, just keep completing that questline until you finish it. So let me just complete this whole questline so I can actually just let you know afterwards once you complete the questline. And yeah, it took me around 20 minutes to actually get to this point in the questline. There's going to be several NPCs that are going to spawn after you completed the Cubesley questline, which is just going to be the questline for the marketplace, the one from the rune crafting, and the gem questline. This account does not have the gem questline because he already completed the entirety of the gem questline. I have done it so many times and I have explained it so many times regarding the gem questline. Why is it so important? But yeah, it usually starts all the way up here. Just go into the leaderboard lounge and the gems should spawn right here in this corner. Just grab the questline and just keep completing that questline. That's what I normally like to do after I complete the gem questline. I just keep doing quests over and over and over again until I reach to level 20. Once I get myself to level 20, which you should get it by the time that you get into the gem questline, that's when you should start doing the daily adventures, which starts off with the permafrost world and just start doing all of the daily Trovian quests the reason I always just go towards this questline at level 20 is because the equivalent of the EXP that you actually do get is around 10 dungeons equivalent per quest if you complete it in the highest Uber portal that actually grants you EXP, which is obviously it is going to be 3 levels above your level. That's always what I like to do once I reach around level 20. So I always just grab, let's just say, the glacier shards, and then I just move. Alright, so for example, if you're level 20, so if you just reach level 20, your Uber should be Uber 6. So level 23 is the minimum suggested class right here. So it is 3 levels above your level, so that's the level that you should be going for. In the case of me, I should be doing Uber 9. So I will be going into Uber 9, just getting myself the glacier shards, and just keep doing that with all of the quest line across all of the biomes. The medieval highlands, all of the neon cities, like all of those quest line, and also including the geo topside one. So that's going to be essentially what you are going to do, and there's no permafrost nearby. Of course there isn't. Bruh. Oh yeah, something like this, just completing a quest line like this one, and once you manage to complete a quest line like this one, you will be able to get quite a bit of EXP. Just make sure to do that with all of the quest line that you actually do see, and you're clearly going to see that I got 91.8k EXP with this account, and I don't have patron status. There's no double experience week, there's no double experience. Like, you do get an insane amount of EXP just by completing all of that. That's the equivalent of 10 dungeons, which just completing all of those quest lines, like they are super easy to complete. Like stuff like the permafrost one, which is just the glacier shard. This one is just complete a cursed gold dungeon. This one is just going to be like Chapestone, I do believe it is. This one is Formicide, this one is Fairy Dust, and also Enchanted Wood, like so on and so forth. Like all of these quest lines are super easy to get, and just what you're gonna do is just get the quest line and just go into the highest Uber portal that you can get the maximum of EXP, and just complete the quest line, then go back, grab the other quest, and just keep doing that back and forth until you completed all of the quest lines. By doing that, you should be able to level up at least a couple of times, even more so if you do have a double experience potion, or if you're doing this on experience day or a double experience week. You will be getting an insane amount of EXP just by completing all of these quests. So make sure to do that after you reach level 20. I would recommend only level 20 because after level 20 is that's when it becomes, you know, slightly more difficult to actually gain EXP. And yeah, that's essentially what I normally do. I just keep completing all the quest line, and then after you complete all of the quest line that you can do, then all of this on it, all I gotta do is just keep completing the gem sleep quest line, the gem quest line. And yeah, by the time that you complete the gem quest line, it should happen at least a couple of days. And yeah, just keep doing that and keep doing the daily quest line every single day until you reach level 30. And yeah, that's all of my routes. So again, I'm going to put a list right now on screen of what I normally just do on text, so you can actually have an idea of what I personally like to do. So yeah, it's very straightforward. It usually always starts off with one route, or just completing one quest, and then just completing multiple quests, and just keep going on and on and on. That's essentially what you do with a new account. Now let's move on into my main account so you can actually see what I like to do on a secondary level 30 character. Now let's move on into a secondary level 30 character. What it means for a secondary level 30 character, it means a character that is not necessarily your main character that you started off getting to level 30. This character is just going to be like someone that doesn't have the gem quest line, the Cubesley quest, the tutorial, so on and so forth. This is just going to be for a character that you're going to use it for later on, or for mastery purposes. So what I personally like to do is I just start off doing the regular leveling process. Like, instead of just going and started doing all of the quest line, I just go ahead, since obviously it's going to be your secondary account. Usually it means that it is going to be somewhat prepared in actually just getting some of the gems or some of the stuff. But obviously you don't get gem until you're level 10. But you gotta do is just keep doing dungeons until you reach around level 10. Once you do reach level 10 and you are pretty much in the higher power rank, you start doing the highest Uber portal based on your level. Like again, it is going to be the same way that I did mention it before. 3 levels above your level. That is going to be the actual level requirement or your maximum level that you're going to get max EXP. So as a quick example, if you are level 10, then you should be going into a world that says suggested class level 13. So it is going to be Uber 2 in this case. So you will be doing Uber 2 as your highest Uber portal that you can do, because if you do Uber 3, 4, 5 or whatever, it's going to grant the same amount of EXP, and you will be able to keep doing that all the way until you reach level 12. Once you do reach level 12, you should be able to at least be able to do Uber 3, and then once you do something like Uber 3 all the way to until you reach level 15, that's when you should go to Uber 4, and then the same thing 18, and you should be able to go to Uber 5, then so on and so forth. You get the point. After you do reach level 20, you go back into the routes and start doing the daily questline. Go back into every single world. Do not do the questline before you reach level 20. Just go into every single world and then just keep completing all of the Uber portal at the highest portal that you can. Again, it's going to be 3 levels above your level to get the max amount of EXP, and that's usually what I personally like to do. Once I reach level 20, I usually just go grab the quest in the permafrost and just go into Uber 6, Uber 7 or something like that, and just complete the questline right there to get max EXP. Then go back, complete the Cursed Veil, and then just keep doing that with essentially every single biome, including the elemental world and also including Geo Topside. Just by the time that you complete all of the questline, if you do have double experience potion and patron, you should be at least very close, if not level 30 at that point. That's how much EXP that you actually do get by doing all of that. But if you do not get to level 30, all you gotta do is just get yourself some dungeons and just get it to level 30, or you can just wait it out until the next day and just do the daily quest line on the next day, and you should be able to reach to level 30. That's essentially what it should be, because usually you don't have to wait until Saturday or EXP day to actually get to level 30. You can keep completing all of the daily quest line on the character that you want to level up, and you should be able to level up really quickly. And essentially that's what you do. That's my method of actually going over that character, over a secondary character, because essentially that's going to be the best way that you should go for. The club questline are literally the best one for solo play, because they're essentially 10 dungeons free just by essentially doing almost nothing, like grabbing Chapestone. Woohoo! All you gotta do is just have like two or three bombs or something like that, and you should be able to get easily 10 dungeons worth just by the throwing some Chapestone. Same with Formaside, same with Glacier Shard, same with literally everything else regarding those quest lines. And yeah, that's essentially what you do. Those are essentially my methods of actually getting to level 30 on a character that is either on a new account or as a secondary account to level 30. This is the method that I did use on my Bard to get it to level 30 in around 1 hour and 30 minutes. And yeah, that's also the method that I did use on some of the other characters, like my PC playthrough. By the way, sorry about that PC playthrough that I have not come back into. There's so many things that they keep just dropping on the console that I just don't have the time to actually play on the PC version. I do, but I don't feel like going back into the PC anyways. But in that series, you could probably tell those are the same routes and method that I did use back then. So yeah, I would recommend anyone out there, if you're struggling or getting EXP, or if you don't know how to get EXP on a new character, those are probably going to be some method that you might be going for and just thinking that, you know what, those sounds pretty appealing and those sounds pretty good. And yeah, that's literally everything that I gotta talk about regarding EXP. I know a lot of people have been asking me how to get EXP, what are going to be some of the best methods, and instead of just explaining what are going to be some of the best methods, I just like to explain what are going to be my methods of going for, which not necessarily are the best, but there are some of the methods that works for me. Keep in mind, even though it took me around an hour and a half to get a character from level 1 to 30, it's still not going to mean that you can just straight on do that and just immediately get a character to level 30 in the same amount of time. Keep it calm, keep it patient, and if you already have a goal in mind, just keep doing that and you will be able to get to level 30 rather quickly. With all that being said, thank you once again for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. Also, let me know in the comment section down below if any of this did help you out. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting, and good luck in leveling up your character. See ya.